Let's have an honest conversation. The All Blacks have been stuck in patterns, stuck in habits, stuck selecting the same profiles, the same types, the same safe names, and wondering why results haven't followed. And then Dave Rennie walks in. Before he's even named his first squad, word is already out. Rennie is going against the norm, and predictably, some people are already uncomfortable with that. But not us, not today. Today, we're throwing our support behind Dave Rennie because what he's doing takes courage, and the All Blacks need exactly that right now. Feihi Fainanganofo. The winger has been one of the hottest performers in Super Rugby Pacific this season. Electric, dangerous, the kind of player that defenders genuinely don't want to face on the edge. But here's the problem. He signed a deal to head overseas, to Newcastle Red Bulls. Rennie's selection is set to go against the norm with the new head coach, reportedly including Super Rugby Pacific's red-hot winger Feihi Fainanganofo, despite the fact he has signed a deal with the Newcastle Red Bulls. Historically, All Blacks prospects who have signed to leave New Zealand have been overlooked in favor of players who are remaining in Aotearoa, such as Mark Telea, but Rennie is straying from the norm according to a report by the New Zealand Herald. Fainanganofo has enjoyed a stunning season for the Hurricanes, crossing for a record-equaling 16 tries in 2026, matching Ben Lamb's and Joe Rothschild in a single season. The 23-year-old signed his deal with Newcastle before the start of the season, when there was far less fanfare about his All Blacks prospects. Under the old thinking, that's the end of the conversation. You signed overseas, you're out. Goodbye. Don't let the door hit you. But Rennie is saying, wait, let's reconsider that. Let's actually ask the question, does this man deserve to wear the black jersey before he goes? And I'll tell you something, that's not weakness. That's not desperation. That is a coach being willing to challenge a framework that no longer serves the team. That is a leader asking hard questions, rather than just following the template handed to him. The All Blacks have lost ground. We've watched it happen. The game has moved. Other nations have caught up, and in some areas moved ahead. And part of the reason is rigidity, a refusal to bend when bending was exactly what was needed. Scott Robertson built a culture and left a foundation. No one is disputing that. But every new coach brings a new lens, and Rennie's lens appears to be this. Merit matters, form matters, and if a player is on fire right now, they deserve serious consideration. Full stop. Now, do I think this will be without controversy? No. Some will say the overseas policy exists for a reason. Some will say it sends the wrong message to players who stayed. Those are fair conversations to have.
But here's what I want to push back on. The idea that Rennie is wrong before we've even seen the squad. The idea that breaking from tradition is automatically a mistake. The All Blacks don't need a caretaker. They don't need someone who colors inside the lines because that's what's always been done. They need someone who looks at the current state of world rugby, the Irish, the Springboks, the Argentinians, and says, we have to revolve. We have to be willing to change. And on day one, before his first squad is even officially named, Rennie is already doing that. So here's my message. Instead of picking apart every selection before the team even trains together, instead of questioning every decision before we've seen a single game, let's do something different. Let's back this man. Let's give Dave Rennie the runway to show us what he sees. Because if he's willing to make hard calls this early, imagine what he'll be willing to do when the real pressure comes. That's the kind of coach the All Blacks need. That's the kind of coach that wins things. The squad drops soon. We'll be breaking it down right here. But for now, Rennie is swinging for the fences, and I, for one, am watching closely. Subscribe so you don't miss the breakdown, and drop a comment below. Do you back Rennie's bold approach? Let me know.